What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second grand finals of the night. We are heading over to the Prospect League for an absolute banger, and I am excited to be back in the booth. Rocker Man joined by the one and only Jaegers. Jaegers, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic, Austin. I'm excited for some Prospect League action, and we have a doozy of one. I know you talked a little bit about it earlier, but I mean, 6 seed versus 8 seed, that's not something you see very often in grand finals.
That's true. You don't see it very often. We'll take a look at that bracket real quick in just a sec, but a quick shout out to Aiko, coming back for 9 months, and Cow gifting a sub to I Fear the Beard. Thank you guys for the support. But yeah, let's quickly take a look, Jaegers, at that playoff bracket, because this is honestly, looking at it, it's one of the craziest playoff brackets that we have seen.
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, the top 3 seeds going down in the first round is like, it's ridiculous. You know, you never see that. And I mean, Ember fighting their way through the play-in, and Flurry, they weren't in the play-in, but they had a few challenges of their own too.
Yeah, most definitely some challenges along the way, and yeah, you see that Ember team taking down the undefeated Gladiators. That was probably the biggest upset as they made their run all the way from the 9 seed to here, and Flurry taking down their 2 matches. But Jaegers, I mean, this is certified to be a banger. What can you tell us about either of these two teams? I know we talked a little bit about the pre-show, but I guess what are you looking forward to most between these two as we get into it?
I'm honestly looking forward to Flurry's high-flying play style. Very mechanical players. They like to load on the pressure. And on the flip side, Ember, extremely solid. Look for the bump plays by Ember. They like to pass. They like to shoot. One thing about them, though, is they do not like being bumped, Austin. So if Flurry can get some demos on Ember, kind of tilt them early, I could see this being a long series for them.
All right, well, we'll have to see as we're going to get them joining up. And one last thing for you, Jaegers, as we get into the Prospect League Grand Finals, give us a prediction. Who do you got in this one? Who is going to be the Prospect champion for Season 11?
In Prospect Series, we had a lot of short series in the play-ins. I think this one's going the distance. I'm taking Flurry in 7.
Flurry in 7. We'll have to see. I made my prediction earlier on the pre-show. I've got Ember in 6. So we're going to have to see who's going to come out strong as we are underway. The Season 11 Prospect League Grand Finals between Flurry and Ember here. Flurry coming with Crates, Perky, and Sunlight, and Ember in the red there with Brittany Blade, Chad, and Peanut. And a lot of great players, and probably one of the most intriguing things for me, Jaegers, in this matchup is that these two are division rivals.
No, it's really crazy. It's not very often you see 2 teams in the same division. Fact of the matter, 3 of the top 4 teams were in the same division, Austin. If that doesn't say anything about division dominance, I don't know what does. Both not only going for the grand finals, but going for bragging rights in their division next season. I believe both these teams split the series, if I'm not mistaken, during the season. So this one's for all the marbles, as Sunlight's going to get a goal early.
Yeah, you're right. They did split traded sweeps this season. So this is the deciding matchup, and Sunlight and Flurry are going to come through early with a big first goal. And that's how you got to start it out here, Jaegers. You got some experience in a Prospect League Grand Finals, so you know about starting out strong.
Yeah, no, it's always good to start out strong, but if you don't start out strong, it's not the end of the world. It's a long series. Take your time. Uh, look, just hit back. Do your best to get the next goal if you don't get the first.
Yeah, you always gotta remember these are long series here. As here comes Perky, he's gonna come through, and Flurry up 2-0 early in game one.
And yeah, Brindy's just gonna stab a little bit, gonna bite on the pass, and Perky just gonna hit it right off the ceiling to double up their lead.
And Flurry's wasting no time here, getting started early. Technically the higher seed here as the 6th seed versus Ember, who came in through the play-in tournament as the 8th seed. And now Flurry taking that early lead. But Ember, we've seen him battle this entire postseason run. It's all about how you perform at the end of the season here. And no one was hotter at the end than this Ember team, making their way through the play-ins and the playoffs here to get to this point. Flurry also taking care of business on their end as well. Right now with the early 2-0 lead. Breaking first in game one as this ball's popped up. Perky getting up to it. Is a Chad gonna be dunked out? Peanut gonna take a little bit of control, but he's gonna be continuously bumped off of that one. This crate was not letting him get anything going there as this ball pushed off to the side here. And Flurry right now, Jaegers here early on in game one, they're looking pretty quick to the ball. Ember just seems like about a half step too slow.
Yeah, no, I mean, Flurry's a really quick team. You kind of have to make them play down to your level. If you don't, you're going to be outspeeded. But Ember, look for them to slow down the ball, take some dribble plays, and start to take 50s. Just to do their best to slow Flurry down, because if you don't slow him down, Flurry is going to run laps around you.
Yeah, and they definitely can do that with their pressure. Is this one an opportunity? Gonna be pushed away by Chad. Chad now on the control, gonna get a 50 by 1 as Peanut. He's gonna find his way through, but Crates then in it right back now to Chad. Pushing it off to the side. Brindy hunting for that demo there. Not quite gonna find it as Peanut. He's gonna push it by 1. There is a demo though. On the other end, this one floating towards the middle of Perky. He's gonna clear that one out calmly. And gonna find that double down into the zone. Brindy the Blade got to make that touch, able to send it off to the corner. As he's blocked through by Crates. Sunlight now. And then beat Ember to that ball. It's in the corner here. Is Chad looking to find another touch, but can't quite find it. As this one's sent back in, a big opportunity. The ball is floated up. Brindy's gonna make a touch, but it's still there. Is Chad gonna find that block here? But Jaeger's a minute 38 right now. Ember's still looking to find some offense in this game one.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ember just hasn't been able to get going. I mean, they made a few good plays, few good passes early on, but no one there to connect with the shot. They just really need to get out of their half. It seems like Flurry's really just setting up shop in their half, out shooting Ember 7-0. Ember just needs to start putting some shots on the board, try to get some semblance of offense, because I mean, game one really sets the tone for the whole series, Austin. If this is the tone, this is not going to be Ember's night.
Yeah, no, that is not the sound you want to see here. Them in game number one, as yeah, you mentioned they've yet to record a shot on net. So they're going to try to find something here in the last 45 seconds. They need one with time to at least force OT, but at this point, just get something on the net because Flurry is just pushing the ball by you right now. Looking in the Ember zone. This ball popped up. Sunlight looking to give chase. Ball 50 down in the midfield. This one controlled is a Chad. Trying to take it down. Brindy just trying to find that demo. The ball pushed across. He is going to find one opportunity, but Peanut not quite going to get back to it. Crates is going to cut it out there as we're down in the final seconds here of game one. Ember got to try to push on the offense right now as they're in the zone. This one will be touched off the wall by Peanut, but not the touch he was looking for. As this one is going to be sent back down in the zone. And Ember not going to be able to find this one. Flurry is going to come through with the game one victory here, and a dominating one at that, Jaegers.
Yeah, no, Flurry really didn't give Ember any chance to breathe. Brindy gonna put a shot on target. Crates is gonna save it away. Brindy just kind of looking for any semblance of momentum, not quite able to get it there. As Flurry going to ground it, take the game one. I don't want to say with ease, Austin, but I mean, Flurry didn't seem to have too difficult of a time in that one.
Yeah, and I mean, the only shot Jaeger's coming at 0 seconds, so it took him 5 minutes to get a single shot on net, and they just did not generate any offense, and it just did not look too great. But I mean, if there was one thing, Jaegers, that we could say, it did seem like Ember was able to hold on after 2 quick goals.
Yeah, no, I mean they really held down the fort after those two quick goals for the remaining 4 minutes. And I mean Flurry had some shots, but nothing really strong. But I mean Ember kind of started to figure it out towards the end. They just need to get it going on offense. It kind of seemed like they started to get it going, but they need to start putting some shots on target if they want to win against Flurry.
Yeah, no, you're not going to win many games when you take one shot on net here. So if you're Ember here, you got to find a way to generate a little bit more offense heading into game number 2. And if you're Flurry here, as we head to Urban Central, going to try to add to their lead, look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead, maybe force out an early Ember timeout here in this one, as they have played it very well to start things off. Almost a dream start, if you will, in a game 1. Is Perky looking to take it down? Is Chad? He's going to send it out, but Ember not quite willing to follow. And, Jaegers, you mentioned Ember trying to be the ones to slow it down, but it might look like they're just playing a little bit too passive right now.
Yeah, I mean they need to hit the ball for starters. But yeah, no, I mean that was one of our issues against Flurry whenever we played them. Perky with a nice shot past the defense, another early goal, and I mean Flurry just starting off strong again.
Yeah, Flurry, that quick pressure Perky gonna come through with a big shot on net, and Ember just not really. They're just not really generating much of anything right now, Jaegers, to be honest with you, as they've been stuck in their zone. They were able to hold on, but a big double commit is going to come through, as is a Chad trying to take it down. Sunlite going to make a touch, but it's right down to Brindy. Perky with a great turn, able to get that one out and to get the 50. And really, it just seems like right now it's a speed differential here, Jaegers, as Ember still is struggling in their zone.
Yeah, no, I know that a few times actually Flurry has scrimmed against I believe it was Samurai, the team in the Challenger Grand Finals that we're going to see on Wednesday, who are no slouch themselves. So I mean they've been playing good preparation. They're always asking for scrims, always playing together, getting the chemistry up. So right now, I mean, Flurry just really popping off on all cylinders. I do know Brindy originally at the beginning of the playoffs when they were getting ready to go up against Gladiators. They didn't think they were gonna win. They just decided to go have fun, and maybe the grand finals pressure is looking like it's a little too much here. But I think if Ember really want to win, they just kind of have to relax. Remember that it's just a game, take it one game at a time, and honestly start putting some shots on target, because right now Flurry is just outclassing them.
Yeah, they really are, and the grand finals pressure is definitely real. I can speak from personal experience, but once you get past that game 1, Jaegers, for me, that was the biggest hurdle. You get past that game 1 and you're like, okay, now we can kind of settle in and play the series. But it doesn't happen for everyone. Some people still have the nerves throughout, but as the games go on, if you want to perform here, you got to settle in and find a way to get back to what made you great in the regular season.
Yeah, no, the hardest hurdle is just getting into it, playing that game 1, because after game 1 you start to realize it's like, oh, I know how to play this game, and then you start to get back into your motions. And I mean Ember does look a little bit more comfortable. They looked a little bit rigid in their movements in game 1. They're looking like they're getting into the flow of things. Now they just need to get some offense going, and a nice shot, and not quite on target. Sunlight's gonna hit it away.
Yeah, Ember was trying to get one there as they still find themselves down 1-0 here in game 2. Flurry holding on to the lead is a big demo, gonna find its way through, as Chad is now up, sending this one right back in, but Crates all over that one, free clear for him. This one's sent down. Perky trying to get to it. That one gonna go over the top of the defense. He sends it in the back of the net, and Flurry can extend their lead once more.
And yeah, that was just a nice shot by Perky past the defense. Peanut tried to put a hand up, not quite up in time. And I mean, also, I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, this is looking awfully reminiscent to that game number 1 where Flurry just held that 2-goal lead and then held on to win game number 1. So Ember gonna have to break the script a little bit here and come through. They're gonna want a chance in this one. You don't want to go down 2-0 early, be forced to use that timeout possibly as a shot. Gonna be put on net there by Brindy. This one now up off the backboard. Looking for the double tap, can't find it. Brindy trying to come through, but that one not gonna make its way on target. But a first real attempt there from Ember as again another demo attempt gonna come through, and the demo is gonna find its way home, and Ember gonna find their first goal of the grand finals.
And you know, Austin, it all starts with one goal. It's just that realization that you can score on them. And I think that's what it is for Ember. And honestly, that it comes with a confidence boost, realizing you can score on your opponent. And now it's just up to Ember to try and replicate that.
Yeah, and breaking the seal a little bit right there is Ember. Finally able to find one in. Brindy the Blade with a big, big demo chase, and then final demo to secure things. So we really got to see him step up like we did there. If Ember's going to want a chance in this series, you really need all your players clicking if you're going to want a chance. As Ember brought it back within 1, but they still find themselves down as we're down in the final seconds. This ball out towards net, floating. And we 50'd off to the corner now. 30 seconds here. A big mistouch. The net could be open. Brindy, not a lot of boost. Trying to cook it. It's off the backboard there. Almost own goal, but it's going to be cleared away by Crate. But Ember now still back on the attack. Brindy going to push it to the corner. Here is Crate. Then in off to the side is a Chad. Going to make a touch. Pushing it in. Trying to find another. This ball floating. Looking for that demo. Ball still in the corner. Perky touches it up. Peanut can't connect. That one going to be banged down. Last chance for Ember. They turn it around. Brindy trying to get to it. He's going to send it to the corner. Can they keep it up here and have a chance? This ball floating. It's dropping down towards the net there, but Sunlite on the backboard. Gonna push it up, clear it away, and end game 2. And Flurry are gonna come up 2-0 in the series here in the grand finals with a great early lead.
And you know, Austin, towards the end, Ember started to get it back. They started to get the momentum back. I really saw a change in the way they played. You know, I don't think you take the time out here. It might be a little bit controversial. I'm not sure if they are going to take it. They may just take this whole minute. But I think you just keep it going in the latter half. Ember did have it going. They want to keep up that momentum. And I just feel like a timeout would kind of ice them a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree with you here. It could be time to use the timeout. I think I personally would, just based on how game 1 went. But Ember looking like they're opting to play on. They believe with those shots they got at the end there, they've got a chance to win this one. But it's such a dangerous game, Jaegers, because I know my team in Ascension, we were in a similar boat, opted not to use our timeout, and then ended up down there in the series 3-0 and having to try to fight back from that. So it's not it's a tough decision to make. It's the only real tactical advantage you might have in the playoffs here. But Ember, they're feeling confident in themselves and what got them here, that they can bring back this game 3.
Yeah, no, and all it takes is for Ember to start building off their momentum, and it looks like Flurry is going to get started putting a shot on target just a little bit quicker than Ember. Let's see if Ember's able to get out of their half before they struggled in games 1 and 2. They need to get out of their half and find a way to put some shots on target. That's not going to help. Ember, Perky going to go for the double tap.
Oh, no.
Kratos not going to find the open net. And Peanut has the ball. Not much boost to his name, however. And I mean, with that miss withstanding, I really feel like Ember is playing better. They should be down 1 by now. But they are playing a little bit more solid.
Yeah, no, and this is, again, such a very dangerous game. If you're Ember right here, you can't afford to go down 3-0 in the series. It's almost a death sentence. It's a Chad is wiping out the competition on the defensive line. But still, Flurry able to hold strong and get it out. As we mentioned, only a couple of reverse sweeps in Nemesis history. Only 3. In all the best of 7s we posted, there have been 3. And they've all been done by the number 1 seed coming back to win, which, unfortunately for these 2 teams, neither of them are that. So I think this is a really big game for Ember to try to win, as we're into game number 3. I did 0-0. Flurry send this one back down. He's a Chad, gonna have to make the touch, gonna clear it out of the corner. Perky may have gotten a little bit awkward there as this one's sent back in. Flurry gonna take control. Peanut trying to get up to it. Bump Sunlight off it as Brindy send it down. Dropping it is a Chad looking for a shot attempt. It's off the backboard. Peanut trying to come through. And he's going to put it in. And some offense coming through from the Ember boys.
And you know, Austin, that is the first lead Ember has had all series. Nice little pass from Chad. Defense not quite ready for it. And Peanut's just going to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and that's a great answer there. Exactly what Ember needed if they're going to want to prove they have a chance against their division rivals here in this grand finals. So a nice one there. This ball a little bit dangerous across the Ember zone. Brindy gonna find a little bit of a clear out. Gonna take another one. He got crates in his way. Gonna 50 it by him. Is a Chad trying to get to, but Sunlight pushing this one up high. Flurry looking for the attack there. Gonna keep it in the zone. Sunlight gonna push it by Brindy. Has an opportunity. Gonna look for the shot on net. Is a Chad back there on defense. And this is the one thing, Jaegers, if we've seen Ember do anything really well this series, I feel like it's been being able to lock down on defense, only giving up 4 total in the first 2 games.
Well, you know, Austin, they didn't really have a choice. You know, they were on defense the whole time. Nice little shot by bringing the blade off the sidewall. Gonna double up their lead. And, you know, it's kind of all on Flurry to see how they fight back after this 2-goal deficit. They were running it down Ember's throats all the first 2 games, and now Ember's fighting back. It's time to see how Flurry is going to respond.
Yeah, and we're finally seeing some offense from Ember. This is the Ember squad that we saw make that run through the postseason, make their way here to the grand finals, and we just really didn't see that in game 1. And now they battled back, showing us that they can make it a series here in this one. Definitely led by a few demos, a few bumps, which, you know, we talked about earlier, Jaegers, is finding those bumps, finding those demos can really open up your team some space. And, well, it didn't really do it on their 2 goals here from Ember, but, you know, I feel like that's still a big aspect of the series.
Yeah, no, it's really opening up those passing lanes, and in the last game, it really led to a shot by Ember, led to a goal, opening up the net for them to shoot at. Just throw off the rotations from both teams. Try and find a way to catch each other off guard, and focus on the boost steals as well. Both these teams very mechanical. Can't do much of that without boost.
That's true. As we're down to the final minute here of game number 3, Ember looking to fight back in the series. This ball into the corner. 50 gonna come through. Is a Chad off the backboard. He's looking for the bump. He's gonna find him. A Perky is right on top of that one to get it away as Ember continues to send it back in. A minute now left in this one. Is a Chad and Ember looking for maybe one more goal to find a dagger. This one up to the side. Brindy pushing out of the midfield. This one sent back in. Flurry looking to find something. The ball pinched out of the mid. Perky though, send it back into Ember's corner. This ball popped up. Peanut gonna find a one-touch. Brindy taking a little bit of control, but cut off quickly by Sunlight. This ball still in the corner. And he popped up. Perky trying to get to it. Looking to find something here. Only 30 seconds remaining. Gonna need to find 2. They're gonna want a chance in this one. This one pushed off to the side. Brindy gonna take a little bit of control here. Looking to flick it towards the net. He's gonna put it in, taking the defense to school.
And it seems like what's been working with Ember is that slight touch off the sidewall. And Flurry is having trouble reading it for whatever reason, and that's where 2 of Ember's goals came off of. Just a touch to the sidewall and a shot on net.
Yeah, and great play there by Brindy the Blade. Definitely a great player here, a Nemesis veteran. A lot of Nemesis veterans here on the Ember side. Crates and Sunlight got a little bit of Nemesis experience as well, but that Ember squad has got some good veterans there, and Brindy definitely the leader of that team, leaning on that experience, and you're gonna allow Ember to get right back in this series, Jaegers, and you know that's just huge to not have to use the timeout and to come through and find a win.
Yeah, and you know, Austin, this next match is going to be extremely pivotal. You either go down by 2 or you tie up the series. So this next game really has the opportunity to make or break the series for both teams.
Yeah, no, it is for sure the pivot point to be game number 4. And Ember able to find their good opportunities though in that last game. Jaegers, we talked about it throughout, but they just looked like they were able to finally, connect with each other and break through.
Yeah, no, the chemistry seemed to be showing up from Ember. Maybe they didn't get enough warm-up games or something. But they really started to show how Ember normally plays in that last game. And now it's up to Flurry to respond. They don't want to give up their 2-game lead. Um, so like I said, this next one's going to be very pivotal. Which team's gonna show up? Is Flurry gonna pop off, or is Ember gonna keep up the momentum?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to find out as we're gonna be diving into game number 4 here. Flurry looking to take that 3-1 series lead to put themselves 1 win away from a championship. But Ember looking to not be denied, looking to continue the momentum as this one gonna be started out early by Isachad, and Ember trying to set the tone here in game 4, but Krates banging it back. This ball could be dangerous. Gotta be saved off the backboard. A great save by Isachad as Sunlite coming through. This one high off the backboard. Not a lot of boost. Follow-up attempt is not gonna go as a big demo came through, but a team bump is gonna open up a little bit of space, allowing Peanut to flick that one down. A great early opportunity by Flurry, but not quite able to find his Perky with a huge miss there in the midfield. Fortunately, no one from Ember is going to be able to capitalize this. Oh no, a big mistake on the other end, and it's going to find the back of the net.
And you know, Austin, that was a prospect moment on both sides, both players not able to find the touch, but Flurry gonna capitalize on the mistakes.
Yeah, he's going to find the mistakes for sure, and I mean, Jaegers, that one hurts right there as, just an unforced error leading to the first goal.
Yeah, rubber band, it happens. You just got to move on. You just got to throw that thought away. You can't think about it. It's in the past. You're down by 1. And, I mean, let's see how you come back from that.
Yeah, we already saw him come back from a 2-0, I guess, kind of a little bit of a deficit, able to fight back in that game number 3 and win that one, bring the series within 1. So they got experience battling back in this grand finals, but yeah, an unforced error. It kind of hurts you quite a bit here, hurt the mental a little bit, but Ember, they battled back for more things as the 9th seed to make it to this far, so they definitely have the resolve here. And now they have the attack on the net there, gonna be pushed off to the corner. Ball blocked off to the side, and this touch gonna come through. Peanut trying to drop it down. A little redirect attempt from Isachad. Not quite gonna go as Brindy taking off the sidewall. No one from Ember quite ready to stay with it as it just fired towards it. Isachad has to get back. Gonna make a nice little save there. But that one again, fired in. It's gonna be sent down. Is it gonna fly all the way? Krates is trying to get up to it. It's on the backboard. Follow-up attempt. Perky is gonna deny it away. Ember almost had a one there to tie it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was floating. It looked like Sunlight did his best to get back in time. I'm not sure if it was on target. But Ember, it was just floating on Flurry's goal line for a little bit, and no one from Ember able to capitalize off of it. They're definitely going to want that one back.
Yeah, they're going to want that one back for sure, as it could have been a tied game here. But instead, Flurry up in the lead here. It's a little double commit comes through. Ember trying to counterattack. The ball is high up in the air. Isachad trying to leave that for Peanut, but a little bit mispositioned there. This one's sent back down. Brindy gonna hunt this one out, but he's gonna be tugged away. Perky coming over the top. The ball is floating towards the net. Another big miss. Perky may have got the fake on him, but again, Ember, another slow roller into the back of the net.
Yeah, and Ember has to be eating themselves up at that. Just 2 unforced errors by Ember gave way to 2 goals for Flurry. So in this pivotal game 4, that is not what you want to see.
Yeah, not what you want to see for sure there, as another almost unforced error there. I mean, Flurry did put the ball towards the net, so maybe a little bit of a forced error, but still one that Ember is going to say they should have. As here comes Brindy coming back, and he's going to find an answer.
And yeah, that was a nice shot by Brindy, bringing it back. Nice 50 by Peanut. And I mean, that's one way to get back, put Ember back into striking distance after those 2 unforced errors. So yeah, no, Ember is not laying down without a fight.
Yeah, They are not, and gonna find a good answer. They needed that one, as we mentioned. This is the pivot point of the series for both teams. If you're Flurry, you can go up 3-1 if you can win this one. Is that one to be fired towards the net? Here comes Peanut trying to push it through, but not gonna make contact like he wanted. But yeah, Flurry looking to go up 3-1, one win away from a championship, and Ember looking to tie it up, bring it to 2-2. Is there gonna be
a
drop it
nice
in?
shot by Brindy.
Oh my goodness, Jaegers, what an angle.
Yeah, Austin, you know, Brindy just looked at the clock and said it was his time. Nice little double off the corner past the defense to tie up this game.
Yeah, and Brindy, he is trying to lead this team right now, and he's brought him back to a 2-2 ball game here in game number 4. This ball sent up, gonna be shot just a little bit wide. Sunlight can't put it down. This is a Chad. Make a touch there. Here's a Chad again, pushing into the corner. Perky trying to get up to that one, but it's gonna be pushed out. Peanut looking to stay with it. Gonna find the 50, blocking it down. Brindy is kind of bumped out of the way, but this one high off the backboard. Sunlight, good catch, able to get it away here. This ball pinched down. Peanut looking to fire it towards the net, but Craig's gonna make a save there. As we're under a minute remaining here in regulation, as both of these teams, Jaegers, fighting, trying to be the one to find the next goal.
Yeah, both these teams fighting tooth and nail to put it on target. Ember just with the momentum right now. Peanut is up, but 2 Flurry defenders are back going to hit it away. Both teams don't want to go to overtime, trying to put shots on target. Perky gonna hit dangerously off the backboard, but Peanut going to accidentally hit it away. And with 20 seconds left, we got a tie ball game.
Ball game's all tied up. Will it be for long? Will we see overtime here? A big demo. Here comes Peanut, but Crates is there on the goal line. Gonna make a massive save. Is a Chad. He's coming right back. Perky denying it off the backboard. Ember in laying a barrage on the net here, trying to win this one in regulation. Ball dropping down. Here comes Chad. High off the backboard. Flurry. Not a lot of boost. One in the corner. That one's gonna touch the ground in overtime, Jaegers. Game number 4.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ember had all the momentum. Good on Flurry to get out of that one alive. Just with some shots on target, but nothing else. Good, nice little mental reset for them. And let's see what they're able to do. Sunlight gonna put one target, but Peanut going to hit it away.
Yeah, that one was a good save there. Not a lot of boost to get up to that one, but he's going to make the save. But Flurry is on the attack. They found their way through. They would survive from overtime. This one off the backboard. Follow-up attempt. It's going to go high. Peanut, he's trying to get out to it, floating, using a lot of boost there. Trying to get it away. Going to get it around 2. Is this one a turn? Brindy is going to beat him out. Crates off the backboard. Could be an opportunity here for Ember. Is a Chad firing. Sunlight. Going to push it to the corner, though. It's Crates now. Looking to take control. Find a touch, but a 50 comes through. Brindy looking for another one. Popping it up high. Sunlight gonna go for it, forcing out a double commit from Flurry. As Ember trying to send it back. That one high up there. Missed touch comes through, but a foul up from Crates. It's gonna send it back in. Is this one once again into the Flurry zone? That one up high. Here comes Peanut trying to fire it in, but Crates is there to find it. That touch gonna go down. It just is a Chad. Sunlight looking for the double tap. The ball gonna fly off the ceiling, and Peanut is gonna make a big save, but now counterattack. Can Ember find it? They're firing it down the net, but Crates is able to get back there in time. And both these teams right now fighting in overtime, both understanding the importance of this game, and a couple of close opportunities from both squads right now. Jaeger's trying to break through.
Yeah, and normally also in situations like this, neither team wants to make that mistake. Not these two. Both of them are still firing off on all cylinders, making every attack. Nice little demo by Sunlight to start the counterattack on Ember, but Brindy the Blade going to hit it away. And it's really sort of become a midfield game, Austin.
Yeah, it really has. Both these teams fighting for control, trying to race back here. A touch gonna come through from Sunlight. But yeah, both these teams just kind of controlling the midfield, taking some pot shots. A big bump. The net is open. Can they turn? No! It's saved away. Sunlight on the goal line. That
Oh my
one
goodness, Austin.
could have tied the series up, but instead.
And that... Oh man, that ball was just bouncing dangerously on the goal line. No one within 5 meters of it, it seemed like. And no one from Ember was there to finish the job. Good on Flurry to hit that one away.
Yeah, that one Could have been deadly, but you're right. No one from Ember quite ready for that one. This Flurry sending this one back in, trying to drop it down. Here comes Sunlite off the backboard. He's looking for it. He's gonna find it into the back of the net. Sunlite is gonna give Flurry the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Ember had all the momentum. They had multiple chances to put in the back of the net, forcing Flurry to save the ball 13 times, Austin. Ember just kind of set up shop on Flurry's side, and there it is. There's the timeout.
Yeah, the timeout is going to come through here, and yeah, Ember is going to need it. But yeah, you mentioned, I mean, look at those shots, Jaeger, 17-7. This reminds me, unfortunately, of my Pinnacle boys in that game 7, where you put up so many shots, so many opportunities, but you just can't break through, and that one hurts if you're Ember.
Oh, absolutely. There's a few goals there going to want back on Ember's side. Flurry did well to get away with that one. Really strong defensive showing by them, and now they're on championship point, looking to win it all.
Yeah, they could win it all right here with this next game. But the timeout is going to come through, so you're going to have to talk it over here if you're Ember. And Jaegers, if you're Ember here, I mean, what are you going to talk about? If you're in this Ember huddle here, what are you talking about in these next 60 seconds to try to bring your team back in this grand finals?
You know, I was saying it's tough, right? Because they played well. They played really well in that last one. They set up shop, was putting shots on target, had good chances. They just had a few moments they're gonna want back, and I think really the message is we gotta calm down. Not even thinking about like the other team being on match point. They just need to take it one game at a time. Just focus on the game in front of you. Win that one, move on. Just one game at a time. Don't look at like winning 3 in a row. Just look at the 5-minute timer. Win the best of one, and once you do that, just focus on the next game, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, in this moment, you can look at the totality of it all. You can look at this is the grand finals. This could be the last game of our season. You just gotta look at winning this one game that's in front of you, and that is the task that Ember is gonna have to try to overcome here. As they've taken the pause, timeout is over. Gonna get them joined up, and Jaegers, this is their season. This is the one, that you gotta make it count here. You gotta come up big.
Yeah, no, 18 weeks plus playoffs. This is all it comes down to is 5 minutes for Ember. Can they pull it off, or is Flurry going to walk away? Your season 10 grand champions. Only time will tell. Let's get into it.
Yeah, game 5 here for these teams. Who will come out strong? Ember just calling the timeout after dropping down 3-1. It's going to be important for them to try to come up big. Is Brindy, he's trying to fire one in there, but a save comes through as Flurry running into each other a little bit there in the defense, but it's a one-on-one. Sunlite versus Peanut. Peanut going to make the touch, going to throw that one away, and Peanut here making a little bit of the switch up, Jaegers, switching away from the Dominus into the Octane, trying to find a way to feel himself to try to get some more offense.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it's just a placebo. You got to get the mental changed. You got to change something up. If it's not working, is a Chad gonna have a nice pass? Peanut not quite able to find the shot. And it looks like Ember's doing extremely well to build off the momentum. Let's see if Flurry can continue to hold out.
Flurry, the defense has been strong after pretty much dominating the offense in the first 2 games. Ember really brought it back in the last 2, really getting some high-powered offense, and Flurry had to resort to more of a defensive play style in the last one, trying to hold things down as this one is going to be pushed away. Ember looking to find this one, the ball popping up. Peanut can't quite make that touch there, trying to get back to it, but it's going to be sent back in. Is a Chad versus Perky there. Is a going to win that one. This one's popped out. Here comes Brindy. Looking for the touch, going to drop it down. Loading off the ceiling, ball out in the midfield. Shot attempt going to come through, but not on target. As that one almost pinched through, but Crates is going to have to get back. Oh my goodness. That one almost found its way in there. As again, Ember is still on the attack right now. Flurry, another miss right there. And not quite going to make it through, but Jaegers, I mean, Ember, They've got the offense. They just got to find the opportunities and put them in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, they just need to put some shots on target as Brindy the Blade
Wow.
gonna get a nice shot, kiss the rim, and end to start off this game number 5.
Wow, and Brindy, I mean, there has been one person, Jaegers, putting in all these goals for Ember. It's been Brindy the Blade. Anytime you need an answer, you call on him, and that's a big first goal here in this game 5.
Yeah, especially in a pivotal game 5. You want to put that first shot in. A nice shot by Sunlight, however, but Peanut's gonna save it away.
A big save coming through is Ember. Looking to battle back, looking to force that game 6, that Forbidden Temple. As this one dropping down dangerously, Flurry panicking a little bit. We didn't really see much of them doing that in games 1 and 2. So they were very solid in that one. Is this one dropping towards the net? Gonna go off the backboard. Ball still floating down. Peanut trying to get to it. Again,
my
off the crossbar.
goodness.
It's floating, but it's a Chad. He makes the save. That one a pixel away from going in.
Yeah, and just a nice shot by Flurry, but an even better save by Ember to hit it away. They did get away with one, Austin, but you know you gotta take your chances when you can.
You gotta take what you can get there, and Ember, you know, they'll take that after so many close opportunities in the last game. They'll be happy to see that that one did not go in the back of the net, but Flurry is cooking. Here comes Crates versus Peanut. Crates gonna find that touch, not gonna be able to. A double commit by Ember. The ball in the corner. Berkey off the backboard. Brindy almost got a little bit too wide on that ball there.
Oh.
The ball still floating. Rough touch there as Ember stuck back in their zone. Finally able to escape a little bit. Able to send it back down. This ball is going to get by one. The big 50.
Oh, nice 50.
Oh my gosh. It's Brindy the Blade once again.
And that was just a beautiful 50 by Brindy, a 75-25 more like. And just gotta get past the defense. And I mean, this is the type of game that Ember wanted in the last game, with all that pressure, all that momentum, not quite able to put it away. The only exception this time is they've cleaned up their mistakes.
They have cleaned up the mistakes here, and right now the lead is in favor of this Ember squad, looking to send us to Forbidden Temple, looking to find that game 6, looking to find a chance at the championship still, but Flurry not out of it yet. We've seen their offense be so crucial, be so attacking. This time, able to find it on net. It's back in the Ember zone. Peanut gonna find a touch, pushing it out. Maybe getting a little bit too aggressive there. And Flurry capitalized a big mistake. The ball is floating, the ball is dropping, and Perky is gonna dribble it in, and Flurry don't count him out quite yet.
Yeah, no, and Ember may be a little bit guilty of looking towards the next game. They still need to win this one first. Perky just gonna get past the defense. It was a slow bouncer, and it looked a little bit awkward on Ember's side, but Perky just gonna put it in the back of the net to cut the lead in half.
Oh, that's almost a big mistake, but is Chad and company gonna get back to it? And yeah, Jaegers, that's the one thing you can't do right now. You might have a 2-goal lead, but you don't want to park the bus too much and allow the opponent to get back in, as we're down to the final 30 seconds here of game 5. Ember looking to hold on, looking to send us to Forbidden Temple. This ball out of the midfield, looking for one more, and who else but Brindy?
Brindy the Blade, Brindy the Beast, going to check in with the hat trick in this crucial game number 5. A nice pass from Izichad, past Perky, and Ember just gonna get their lead right back.
Yeah, this guy is just putting the team on his back, taking Flurry on, leading his team here to surely what will be a game number 6. Unless Flurry has something to say in the final seconds of game 5. This ball up into the corner. And he pushed out in the midfield, the ball floating. Crates not going to find that touch as it's sent back down in the Flurry zone. And Ember, the timeout did do some wonders for him, Jaegers. They're going to come back. They're going to send us to a game number 6 on Forbidden Temple.
You know, Austin, Forbidden Temple, where anything can happen. Really excited to see if something crazy happens, or you know, if Flurry is able to regain the momentum, because I mean, the past few games they won the last game before this, Austin, but I still feel like it was a Pyrrhic victory, because I mean, Ember had all the momentum the whole time. They got away with that one, and you know, Flurry just felt that momentum come full force in this last one. So it's really up to Flurry to stop the momentum. And if I'm Flurry, I'm honestly thinking about taking the time out here.
Yeah, the timeout is definitely on the table, but it looks like they're not going to opt to use it, Jaegers, which is going to push us to that good old Forbidden Temple here. And both these teams just, fighting for it. Flurry's been one win away here, one win away in the last one win away heading into game number 6 here, Jaegers. And we've mentioned it. This is where the chaos happens here, especially in the Prospect League. You get Forbidden Temple and a championship on the line. If Flurry can hold off Jaegers, if they can hold on here and win this game, they'll be the champions. But Ember is going to be doing their best to not let them get away so easily.
And Austin, sometimes that last step is the hardest to take. Flurry needs to find a way to break through that wall that they haven't been able to break through. And that they need to get the first goal here if they want to win in this game and avoid game 7. They need to find a way to build up their momentum. They need to stop Ember, and they need to do it soon.
Yeah, I mean, they did find that game 4 victory to put them up 3-1, but that game 4, it wasn't convincing because of how many shots Ember had. I mean, Flurry, don't get me wrong, they played amazing. They made some great saves and capitalized on the mistakes, but Ember had that pressure, had that offensive pressure, and they were able to find that game 5 victory, which has led them here to game 6, but still Flurry find themselves one win away from the championship. This ball popped out. Ember looking to make something happen here. Flurry gonna push it in their zone. This ball popping up high. Is a Chad off the ceiling. Gonna find that touch. Sunlite dropping it down. Brindy gonna just fake that one out there. Gonna have to avoid a demo though. This one sent back just across the midfield, but touch not gonna come through. As the ball is gonna pop up. Is a Chad looking to send it across. A big demo coming through. Flurry trying to open some space right now. It's Flurry suffocating on the Ember end right now. And Jaegers, this is already a great sign if you're a Flurry fan with this early offensive pressure.
Yeah, no, they're starting to build up the momentum back up, but I mean, Ember is looking to fight right back. Is a Chad gonna put a shot on target, gonna be hit away by crates. Yeah, I mean, Flurry just has all the momentum now. It feels like they're putting good pressure. They just need to capitalize, but Peanut off the double tap, off the pass from Chad, just gonna put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, great pass, and Peanut, he's had a couple of these opportunities, but hasn't capitalized yet, and finally, he does right there. No better time to step up than in game number 6, Jaegers, and a huge play for Ember.
Yeah, no, what a powerful shot by Ember. If you're an Ember fan, that's exactly what you want to be in this game. You want to get to game 7. You want to put both teams on match point. And I mean, if you're Flurry, you just need to find a way to stop this Ember team, because I hate puns, Austin. I hate puns, but right now Ember's on fire.
Hey, they really are here with the Firestorm org, and they're trying to get that fire to lead them to the game number 7. But Flurry, really, you got to find a way to battle back here. They've got a couple opportunities, trying to find a 50, but Ember, the defense holds on. And Flurry, they've had their opportunities to hurt this Ember team, and Ember has made some mistakes. Flurry has yet to capitalize here as we're halfway now through game number 6. Ember trying to send us to game 7. This one popped up in the midfield, gonna be sent back down. Ember waiting for the mistouch, comes through. 50 by Brindy. Out of the midfield, Perky gonna find a low 50. That one dropping down. Brindy all over this one, just gonna send it in the corner. Gonna try to pick up that boost, not gonna find it, but he's gonna try to find a bump, gonna find a pass down, dropping it to Izachad, but great on the goal line, a great save. Keep this game within a goal's reach right now. And Flurry, Jaegers, they gotta put this pressure on. They need to find a goal here. You can't let this game continue to tick down.
Yeah, no, you really can't. You probably should have taken the timeout last one. Time will tell us to see if they take a timeout going to game 7, if Ember can get it done in this game. But with 1 minute left, I mean, this is just an extremely dangerous Ember squad. Let's see what Kratos does with boost. Nice little flick, but Brindy the Blade is going to hit it away.
Yeah, big play right there. Kratos almost able to get that one in the back net. A good dribble attempt, but again, the Ember defense, it finds a way to hold on as they want 7. They want that alert. Dropping it down. Is a Chad. Gonna take this one up high. Kratos gonna cut it off, turn it around. Perky with a great turn. Able to keep it back in as we're under Just about a minute remaining. This one shot towards the net. Crazy had it off the post, but he couldn't put it through. That one so close, but not gonna go, Jaegers, as we've got a minute remaining.
And there's so many shots that the Flurry had that should have gone the back of the net. Instead goes right off the crossbar. And I mean, they're doing well on offense, Austin. They're just not finishing the job. They're not putting in the back of the net. And that has been the story the past few games. They've done well on offense. They just need to finish the job.
Oh, what a big miss. Oh no, Perky. He is going to finish this one. And with only 29 seconds remaining, they've got a chance.
And you know, a nice pass by Kratos, a little double commit by Ember, and with 30 seconds left, I mean, we could be going to overtime. There's still time left, but let's see what happens.
After the pressure was pushed back in Flurry's end, it's now squarely in Ember's corner, because they are the ones that need to answer. They are the ones that need to score. If they want to extend this series, Flurry, next goal could win them a championship, but Peanut doesn't want to see that. He wants 7.
Yeah, and a nice shot by Peanut, immediately answering back. Nice 50 by Brindy the Blade, and Peanut top right and in. That's the type of shot you want to see when you're tied to put your team up. And with 12 seconds left, let's see what Flurry answers with.
Final seconds here of Game 6. Can they find an answer to force OT, or will we see Champions Field? Will we see Game 7? Brindy, he wants it. It's going to be sent down, but the ball actually still going to be up there for a moment. Flurry going to have a chance. The ball is floating. Crate's taking it down, but it's going to touch the ground. And there we go, Jaegers. We're heading to the Big Daddy. Game number 7 for the championship.
And you know, Austin, I really wasn't sure if we were going to get back to it, especially the way the first 2 games went, but it really seems like Ember has woken up these past few games, building the momentum, and it honestly looks like 2 very different Ember teams we've seen this series.
Yeah, it really has. It's been Ember that was seeming so passive in that game number 1 and game number 2, but Jaegers, they battled back, and I mean, what more could you ask for here from this series to get to game 7? And, you know, Ember, they've got the momentum on their side, and Flurry going to call the timeout, trying to stop any of this momentum that they can.
Yeah, no, and if you're Flurry, that's a really stressful situation. You had 2 lifelines to go ahead and finish it all, win the chip. And I mean, they just allowed Ember to battle it back, find a way into the make it back to game number 7, where winner takes all.
Yeah, and what more could you ask for, Jaegers? I mean, these 2 have done battle all season long. They're division rivals here in that Atlantic division. They split the season series of 1 apiece. They're going to go all the way the distance to game number 7. And, you know, Jaegers, I think we got to look really into the Flurry side of things here as we're taking this time out. What do you need to see from Flurry here in this timeout to try to stop this momentum, because they were up 3-1 and now it's 3-3.
You know, like I was saying earlier, that last step is the hardest step. You know, Flurry may have gotten too excited early on, kind of forgot their game plan a little bit. They were performing good on offense. They just need to calm down. They need to put their shots on target. And it looks like they're gonna get going before the end of the timeout is called. I like it. Let's go. Game 7.
All right. Well, it looks like they're wasting no time. They are gonna get right into it. So we are as well. Game number 7. 1 game to decide the champions of the Prospect League in season 11, and it's gonna be big, Jaegers. Who can come up with that first goal? Which player is gonna make the big play?
Yeah. No. And I mean, look for Kratos to get a little bit more mechanical, very mechanical player. You haven't really seen it this much in this series, but if Flurry wins, Kratos needs to get involved in the shooting game.
Definitely so here, and you're underway here. Flurry looking to start out early. A nice little touch pass, gonna get it by 2, but a double commit from Flurry. Gonna allow that one to be pushed off to the side now. Into the Ember zone. This ball popping up, Perky looking to find a touch. He can't connect on that one though. A big block coming through Brindy. He's going to cut it off. His Sunlight trying to get to him. A Peanut all over that one. Ember pushing it down. Brindy trying to get up to it. Going to throw it off the corner there. The ball popping. But going to be sent out. A counterattack attempt there. Peanut going to have to get back to this one. And he does. Able to send it off to the side. As Flurry once again back on the attack. A big dunk going to come through Perky. He can't put it through that time. And this one popped up. Here comes Crates. Looking to shoot it on target, but not going to go this side. Perky thinking about it. Going to fake out. Is a Chad Perky. Going to turn around. He's going to get it by 2. He's looking for Brindy. Not quite going to find him this time as they're trying to find something. This one shot towards the net. Peanut going to have to get to it. He's going to make a touch to the corner. And right now, Jaegers early on. Flurry is on the attack and trying to find this first goal of Game 7.
Yeah, no, they're putting shots on target. The few shots they had weren't quite fast enough. If they had a little bit more pace, they would have been the back of the net. And good on Ember settling down, finding ways to keep it out. And yeah, no, I mean, both teams popping off on all cylinders now.
They know the importance of this game. This is a championship. This is your season on the line here. You got to step up big. It's Brindy. Gonna send this one into the zone. Crates gonna find a touch, gonna clear it out. This one dropping down. Crates unable to find that second touch though. Peanut gonna drop it down. This one floating. Brindy coming through this one. Gonna be almost popped up, not quite though. Is Chad sending it right back in? It's floating in front of the net. But Ember patiently waiting. Gonna push it off to the side there. This one dropping down. Here comes Brindy. Can't make that touch though. It's out in the midfield. Peanut gonna send it right back in. Crates trying to find this one, sending it down. Peanut gonna make a touch. It's floating towards the net. Berg, you gotta get up. He's gonna make the touch. Able to keep it in the corners. Peanut fire another pot shot on net, but Sunlight is all over that one here, as it's not gonna find the back of the net. And somehow Jaegers, some way, these two teams still tied 0-0. Next goal seeming like it's gonna give a big swing.
And you know, I really don't want to jinx it, but I really feel like this is the longest we've had without a goal in this series. Both teams buckling down on defense. Flurry going to need the whole team to keep that one out, and we are still tied.
We're still tied at 0-0. Both these teams fighting for that prospect championship. Who's gonna break through? Brindy firing it off the backboard. The ball is floating down, but Crates gonna make a touch. Here comes Peanut. He's gonna fire one back with Sunlight. Gonna make a touch. Peanut is up, trying to drop it down, looking for someone. Only gonna find Crates on the defensive end. Crates gonna take that one, looking for that flip reset. This one popped up, opportunity, fired towards net. Peanut. You have to be the one to take it here. So we're down to 1:30 remaining here in Game 7. Sunlight trying to find it on net. Brindy. He's gonna make the touch to push it away. This one out of the midfield. Brindy dropping it down. Is a Chad an opportunity? What does he have in him? Gonna find a 50. Peanut coming through, looking to fire it. But that one gonna go across Perky, banging it down. Brindy gotta make a touch. Not the one he was looking for, but a save. Comes through, teammate having his back there, but still Flurry now on the attack, looking for the shot. There is a Chad gonna deny it away now, as that one is blocked out. An opportunity on the counter. Is the net open? Is a Chad. He's gonna send it down, and Ember take the lead with only a minute to go.
And Ember just going to buckle down on defense, and with 1 minute left, it's looking more and more like a golden goal situation. Now all the pressure is on Flurry to battle back, to find a way to tie this game, or else they're going home the loser.
And now Flurry, the pressure is on them. Do they have some offense in them? They need to make it happen here. Only 50 seconds remaining, possibly in their entire season. As they're not on the attack right now. This ball popped up to Perky, but denied by Peanut. Keeping that one away. The Ember defense so strong as here comes Crates. Looking to stay with it. Try to find that touch. Is a Chad. Pops it out. Sunlight trying to get to it. Is a Chad. He sends it down, and he may have found it. He does. Into the back of the net for Ember.
And is a Chad just going to find a way past the defense. A nice little shot. Sunlight not quite able to get back in time. And is a Chad going to double the lead, and Ember are marching towards a grand championship.
They're trying to find it, and Flurry, desperation mode now. 30 seconds remaining. They need to find 2 with time remaining. Sunlight trying to pop it up, looking to find something. Ember looking to lock it down. Peanut, he's going to send it away as the time ticks and ticks and ticks. Peanut now looking for one more for the road.
And each player on this Ember team has been popping off. They found a way to come back, and all that remains is 15 seconds between Ember and Glory.
And Ember, they may have just sealed the deal here. battling from down 3-1 against their division rivals. They brought it to this point. They made it happen. The lowest seed here to win it. Well, hold up a second. Well, let me hold that thought. Sunlite
You
gonna
know,
put it in maybe, well, 7 seconds.
there is still time left. I mean, highly unlikely. Flurry needs to get a good kickoff here, score with time left on the board, time to be able to find something to do. But they need to get going now. A little
Whoa.
shenanigans on kickoff,
Whoa.
and hold on just a second. With 4 seconds left, Flurry is just down 1.
Wait a minute, folks. No way. The double commit kickoff to the back of the
It
net.
works.
4 seconds remaining. Could we see something historic? Flurry, last breath here on the kickoff. They need to keep this ball up. It's going to find their way into their corner. They're going to send it down. Ball has to touch the ground, and it does. The theatrics are over. Ember are your Season 11 champions.
And that was a great win by Ember. GG's to Flurry. They had an amazing season. They played well. Just today, Ember played just a little bit better. They found a way to lock it down defense, stop Flurry's amazing offense. And Ember are your Season 10 champions.
Wow, what a series right there, Jaegers. Ember, the underdogs, have done it all the way from the 9th seed to take the championship, and I mean they gave us some great content here, Jaegers, in the Prospect League to end off their Season 11.
Yeah, absolutely. Game 7, you always love when a game goes the distance. It's even better in the grand finals, the last game of the series. And I mean, there's just some amazing plays by both of these Ember and Flurry teams. Hats off to them. Uh, Hats off to Flurry not giving up, finding a way to battle it back in that last 10 seconds. They almost pulled it off. Just an overall great series.
Yeah, that was crazy way to end off our night here for day 1 of the grand finals as Ember, the comeback kids, make it happen there. We got a couple quick shout outs before we close things out for the night. Quick shout out to JP coming back for the resub. Much appreciated to him. And also, I want to give a shout out to all of our Nemesis Premium subscribers who supported us throughout this season, allowing us to fund these prize pools and keep bringing great content to you guys. So shout out to everyone who supported us, especially our Challenger Plus subscribers, Flame, Jax, Wiggle, Aiko, Cow, and Street Soul. Much love to you guys for supporting us, and what a great series there, Jaegers, to kick off day 1 of the grand finals. And you know, if things are anything, if the next matches are anything like that, Jaegers, Wednesday is going to be a great show to close out the season.
I mean, we got 3 more. You know, 3 more matches to make magic happen. Day 1 really ended off great. That's exactly what you want to see in terms of a championship series. I mean, we just hope it continues.
Yeah, hopefully so. And well, folks, that is just going to wrap it up for us tonight. But make sure you guys follow the channel. Make sure you guys stick around. We are done for tonight, but we'll be back Wednesday. We got 3 grand finals. Our top 3 leagues, Challenger, Rival, and Titan champions will all be decided on a Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in. Hopefully we get some insane content like we just saw in the last series. But that is going to wrap it up for us tonight. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.
See you on the flip.